Good morning. So, when you read the scriptures, what do you think? When you're reading letters like the letters of Paul, do you think that he's writing to you, or do you think that, well, this is just about those people that lived in that time? Well, the reality is that what Paul is writing about is true about us today as much as it was about them in those days. The interesting thing is when Paul is talking about how people were living, he was doing that not because they shouldn't someday live that way, but because they were living that way right then, right in that moment. I think that we need to examine ourselves, as I said recently in another video. We need to do it constantly. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15, Paul says, "Be careful how you live, not as fools, but as those who are wise." Be careful. How often do we take care about how we live, about what we do, about what we say? Do we take it into consideration and look at it with and through the microscope of the kingdom of God? I don't think we do. I don't think that we even think about it. I think that we just do it. And like the Ephesians, Paul would be writing to us as well and saying, hey, live wisely, folks. How do we do that? I think in part what we need to do is look at what we're doing and asking deep questions, soul-searching questions. What am I trying to achieve by this behavior? What does my behavior say to other people? Am I experiencing and walking in the reality of the truth that I say that I follow? Those are questions that we can be asking of ourselves. He goes on in the same chapter and says, make the most of every opportunity for doing good in these evil days. The days we live in are evil. I mean, look around you. I don't even think you have to be a follower of Christ who would say, these are evil days. These are difficult days. I can't read the news without reading some terrible story that's gone on somewhere in this world. And the problem is that it's not an isolated incident. It's happening all over. Our days are evil. There are struggles coming. We've gone through struggles over this last year. And the reality is that it's not happening to the Ephesians, it's happening to you and I. My challenge today, again, is to examine yourself. I think that we need to learn how to do that. And we need to say, Lord, in light of your word, how am I doing? And allow him to speak to our hearts. Would you do that today? Think about that. Until next time, God bless.